Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic network, and we are back at it on September 22 in our 1969 replay. It's raining here in Fort Lauderdale, but not in Cincinnati. Raining hard. Hope the electric doesn't go out. That's all I need. I'm going to put in the lineups here. As that rain comes pouring down. we'll set up our lineups, fielding ratings. All right, we'll get our fielding ratings in now here. Let's see. Looks like Alex Johnson and Bobby Tolan is sitting this one out to start. However, I noticed they did pinch hit in Real World. And I want to say good morning to everybody. It's raining here at Studio B. The lineups are for the Dodgers, and this is the first of a 4-game series, September 22, in our 1969 replay. I think this is the third game of this. Actually, this was a Monday, and there are only 7 games scheduled. It's a travel day for, many of the teams. For the Dodgers, it will be Maury Wills at short, Sizemore at second, Willie Davis in center, Crawford in right, Parker at first, Gabrielson in left, Lefebvre at third, Haller the catcher, Sutton pitching. He's 110. He's had a tough season, and Kathy Harden has arrived. Thank you, Kathy. For the Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose in right, Tommy Helms at second base, Lee May at first, Perez at third, bench behind the plate, Stewart in left, Savage in center. Both Johnson and Tolan are not starting, although they pinch hit. And Cheney at short, and Maloney, the pitcher. And this, I don't like this yellow dye. See how that works. The attendance for this game is only 6,488. Wow. Well, the Reds were pretty much out of it, and it was a Monday night in Real World. The Reds were, well, they were 4 games out, but still. Very, very, this is Crosley Field. Rainy day black music history warm-up question indeed. Let's have it, Kathy. That would be beautiful. Anytime you're ready. Anytime you are ready. Folks, I want you to get ready for this. I should get my music going. Here it is. She was blacklisted in Hollywood for her friendship with civil rights activists. Huh. I'm just gonna take a guess. It's just a guess. I'm gonna say Lena Horne. She was blacklisted in Hollywood for her friendship with civil rights activists. Maybe she was white. Was she white? Oh, I did get it. Wow, that's amazing. I'm surprised, Kathy. A little surprised because I didn't know would the person be white or black, but would probably have to be a musical artist. They could have been white. And wow, that was a guess, Kathy Harden. It was a pure, unadulterated guess and a super question to get us warming up here for this ball game, folks. You see how simple it works. And thank you, Kathy. A great question. And we're going to start here. The Cincinnati Reds were in Crosley Field. And the Reds take the field. It's Jim Maloney on the mound. And Maury Wills to lead it off here. Rain has let up a bit. Pass it. It's just a drizzle. I can handle that. And here's Wills to lead it off here for the Dodgers. Dodgers come into this 4 games under 500, 19 1/2 behind the first place Atlanta Braves. And they are in fifth place with the Reds ahead of the Dodgers in 4th place. And a big story this year is the Houston Astros, 7 games over 500 in 3rd place. And Will steps in to face Maloney to start the game. We had a great warm-up. Lena Horn. The great late Lena Horn. Here's Maloney now. The windup and the pitch to Wills. Switch hitter batting left, 211 against the right-hander. Flies it to right. And Rose under it. And he makes the catch. Throws it in. Wills is retired on a 211 right-handed. And there's one away. Maloney is 114. He won 12 in real world, had a good year, but only had 27 starts. That's a lot for this day and age. Or that's about that's a good amount of starts. Here's Ted Sizemore. Okay, Maloney is ready. Here's the pitch to Sizemore. 5'8" right-handed, grounds it to second X. Our first X today on a 5'8" right-handed. Helms a 223. That shouldn't cause too much trouble there. Uh-oh, 3-2. Well, it's a G3. Pound ignored with no one on. Helms 23, 5'9", 12. And he throws him out. And so there are 2 away here in the top of the first. And Willie Davis, the batter. Okay, Maloney now gets the sign from bench. And the pitch to Davis. .65 left-handed. It's a fly ball to left field. And under that is Stewart to make the catch. And the side is out, so it's a 1-2-3 for Jim Maloney. We've gone a half. It's Dodgers nothing, and the Reds are coming up. Oh. Lord. Okay. Here is the bottom of the first, and it's Don Sutton, who's won 10 games. He's really had a rough year. Won 17 in real world. 17 and 18. 41 starts. He's only won 10 this year. And leading it off will be Pete Rose. Switch hitter, batting left against Sutton. Oh. Oh. Okay, Sutton is ready now. Right-hander. And the pitch to Rose. That's 2-9, and he grounds it to first for Parker. And Parker takes it to the bag himself. And Rose is retired. That's a good way to start against the Reds. And here's Tommy Helms now. One down, bottom of the first. Here's Sutton now. And the pitch to Helms. 2-7 right-handed. There's a base hit right up the middle. Willie Davis throws it in. Helms, a 1-18, 1-16 with a lead, but he's 7 picked off. I don't think it's a tough call. It's we're going to hold him. We hold him that way. Wait a minute. Hold him. No, we're not going to hold him. I'm so sorry. Because he doesn't get the lead automatically, and he's not going to go for the lead. It's hard to wear both hats, but you got to do each one at a time. We start off with the defense saying, don't hold them, even though it's 1-18 with Sutton. Because, and then, okay, you can go for the lead, not being held, but we will not with that 7. So Helms is on. It's tough to do. Play both sides of that fence, but he's not being held. Here's Lee May now. Okay, Sutton from the stretch, and the pitch to May. That's 1-5, and that's going to be a base hit by May. Helms will go to second. It was one asteroid. It was a 1-5 right-handed off Sutton. Single, 1-11, 4 on the 20 die. And that'll advance Helms to second base, first and second, 1 out. And here's Perez now. A noisy crowd of 6,400 people. Wow. Make a lot of noise. Here in Crosley Field. And Tony Perez comes up. Kathy Harden for the Dodgers. Dodgers 140, 153. Well, I guess they have 9 games left. They've got to win 7 of them to be at 500 for this season. If my math is correct, they've already lost 79. Okay, here's Sutton now from the stretch, facing Perez. And the pitch, that's 4-6 right-handed, walked him. So Sutton has loaded the bases here in the first. A 4-6 right-handed, and the Reds have him loaded with 1 out and Johnny Bench, the batter. Oh, no problem, Maud. The answer was, you want to take a crack at it? Oh, no, you can see the answer. Good morning, demos. It was a good a guess by me, and boy, do I love Lena Horne. What a great singer she was. Here's my favorite picture of her, by the way, and it's her when she was a bit younger. Whoops. Wow, there's a few of them from this shoot. Didn't realize that. That's an early shot. I just think she's just so lovely there. It was a great question. And she belongs to the ages. She... So the bases are full and Bench at the plate. The infield is back with 1 out. And here's Sutton now. Full wind up and the pitch to Bench, 5-8 right-handed, struck him out. Oh, and that was a big one. A 5-8 right-handed. We'll take a break after this inning, as I haven't had really a chance to get any fresh air with that rain. Now it's 2-way. And Jimmy Stewart will come up in a clutch situation. Again, Stewart playing left. Alex Johnson pinch hit in this game in real world. Savage playing center. Tolan pinch hit in this game in real world. So I don't know what's going on with them. But that's the way it was. In a 2-1 win by the Reds. The Reds won this one 2-1 in real world. This is the first of a 4-game series. Here's Sutton now. And the pitch to Stewart. That's 3-9 right-handed, fly ball right. This should end the inning. Under it is Crawford to make the catch, and the Reds leave him loaded. A 3-9 switch hitter against the right-hander. And the side is retired, so Sutton loads him up and leaves them all on. No runs, 2 hits, a walk, 3 left. We've gone 1. And this is a scoreless ball game. And I want to thank you all for being here. I'm going to just take a few minutes. Haven't had a chance to breathe some fresh air since I woke up, really. And I will be back to continue this ball game. It's scoreless after one. Sutton for the Dodgers, Maloney for the Reds. First of a four on September 22 in our 1969 replay. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. Oh, and I see that Kathy has a question for the top of the second. If you just give me a couple minutes, Kathy, I'll be right back for that. I hope you can hold off on that. Thank you. light drizzle out there. And we are ready for what I believe is our top of the second question now. Wait for it. Here it comes. Here it is. The quietest place on earth is an anechoic chamber at minus 20.6 decibels. It is built out of concrete and brick and sits on what? Whoa. I can't even pronounce that. Anechoic chamber at minus 20.6 decibels. I didn't know you can be below decibels, negative. And it's built out of concrete and brick and sits on what? I'm gonna say it's another guess. Oh. If I get this one, I'll be astonished. Oh. No, that's not correct. Okay. No Googling, people. The equator? But wait a minute, Demos, the equator is not anything. It's a geographic location, if I'm and it's not a place. It's to prevent vibration from reaching inside, not a place. So I guess it's not the equator, because the equator is not a structure made of concrete and brick. It's more of a geographic location. And I'm not sure what you mean, not a place, Kathy. Boy, I'm stumped on that. You really stumped me on this one. You really stumped me on this one. Springs? What springs? Is that a hint? Is that the answer? Springs? Because I don't know what that is, Kathy. Is that a hint? Whew. This is a tough one. It sits on springs. Okay. Lord. I have no idea. I'm stumped. To catch the vibration. Okay. You want to let us know the answer? Because I don't think anybody has a clue. Oh. Oh. Yeah, maybe Bill would know. Maybe so. Oh. Okay, Kathy, what is the answer to that question? It's a Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft headquarters. You talking about Microsoft in Seattle? Or in Washington, Seattle, Washington State? Oh. You're talking about Microsoft, one word. Yes, springs as in coils, correct. And so the answer is Microsoft headquarters. So the answer is Microsoft headquarters. I want to know before we move on. Oh God, is it freaking warm in here? Is that the answer? Microsoft headquarters, Kathy? Ah. There it is. I just looked it up. It is in Microsoft headquarters, though. Oh my lord! It's a room at Microsoft headquarters in Redmond, Washington, and all sound from the world is locked out. And if you're in there long enough, you can hear your heartbeat. Oh, I saw the question. Yes, it sits on what? And the answer is springs. Got it. I thought that I misread the question. I thought it was what is the name of the place? And that is an amazing question. I just looked it up for my own edifice. And thank you, Kathy Harden. That was a stumper. So it's Lena Horne and Springs. And we're heading to the top of the second. Here's Maloney now. Coming out. Boy, I think I'd be very, very, very reluctant to enter that room, Kathy. I think it could drive you very, very mad. Drive you crazy. You talk about sensory deprivation. You know what I'm saying? Here's Willie Crawford. Maloney retired the Dodgers in order in the first. It is very cool. And here's Maloney now. The pitch to Crawford. 4-11 left-handed. He grounds it to first, and May throws to Maloney covering the bag. There's one away. It's pretty astonishing. I guess I wouldn't mind going in for a moment. Is it a tourist attraction? Is it open to the public? It was a 4-11 left-handed. And there's one away. Here's Pretty Boy Parker now. Maloney gets the sign from bench. .3-6 right-handed. There's a base hit by Parker. The first hit for the Dodgers today. It was a clutch, non-clutch situation single. 3-6 right-handed, base hit to right, thrown in by Rose. So the Pretty Boy is on first. He's a 1-16. With Maloney, 1-14. And only a 3 chance. And it's really tough to do this solitaire, but I think, wearing both hats, we're not going to hold them. And Parker will not try for the lead. I mean, he might as well, but it's a 1-14. That's not such a great shot. So, we'll just let things be like that. Here's Gabrielson now. It's a sort of an inside joke. Demos. I guess I started calling him that. you know, because he's LA. He was attractive to some people, and Hollywood and so it kind of stuck. I hope that answers the question. So Parker on first, not being held, one out. Gabrielson now at the plate. Just a little nickname we gave him. I gave him. Kathy goes along with it. Parker on first. Here's the pitch to Gabrielson. That's 4-5 left-handed. Oh my. It's hit deep to right. And Rose is under it to make the catch. 2 outs. Got a good piece of that. It makes sense to you? 4-5 left-handed. So 2 outs, Pretty Boy on first, and Jim Lefebvre is the batter. Switch hitter batting left. At least you asked. No one else has asked. This freaking coffee goes quick. And this place is just so, I think it's the humidity from the rain, which is just driving me crazy. Okay, Lefebvre with 2 outs and Parker on first. Here's the pitch. 1-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that will retire the side. First strikeout for Maloney. A 1-5 against the right-hander. No runs, 1 hit, the single by Pretty Boy. Left on base, we're in the middle of the second, it's scoreless. And we have top of the 4th, Black Music History Month. Top of the 4th. Oh. Oh, God. And here comes Sutton now. And it'll be Ted Savage to lead it off. Oh, here we go. Sutton on the mound. And the pitch to Savage. And Bella Fregosi, absolutely. So, and others, if I imagine. They don't come to mind right now. 6'9" right-handed, that's hit well by Savage. He's got the power, and it drops in for a double. A leadoff double by Ted Savage. Pretty Boy, Prankster, H.D. Jackson, Bella Fregosi. It's Savage on second with the double. Off Sutton. And here's Darrell Chaney now. Oh. Chaney, switch hitter, batting left against Sutton. Here's the pitch from Sutton. 5-6, left-handed, fly ball left. Under that is Gabrielson, and he makes the catch, one away. And here comes Maloney, pretty good hitter, 7 NR. Maloney has end power. There are a few others, demos that I could try to think of off the top of my head, but we have, I'm trying to think who else. Bella Fregosi was coined by demos, and we're glad to incorporate that. Lon Chaney, sure. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Lon Chaney, sometimes I've made a mistake with I can't remember who now. Okay, here's Maloney now, right-handed hitter. And the pitch from Sutton. That's 1-4, and he struck him out. And that's the second by Sutton. 2 down. I'd have to think. Here's Rose now. I'd have to think of some of the people we have who, some stick, some don't. Well, we have Big Man Howard. I think that's a nickname that I've used. Boy, is he frickin' big. 2 outs, Savage on second. Here's Rose. He grounded to first last inning. Here's Sutton trying to get out of this. Clutch situation for Rose. And he's got a clutch single on his card. Here's the pitch to Rose. That's 111. Oh my, it's a ballpark blast. On a 3, and he has the power. Oh boy, this might go. He certainly has the power. Boy, he got a hold of that one in Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is small. And right-hander, well, it's gone. It was a 111 against the right-hander, ballpark blast. He's got the power. It was a 3. And as you can see, it is a home run, 1-13. A 2-run home run, a clutch 2-out, 2-run home run by Pete Rose. And boy, has Sutton had his problems today, this year. For Rose, that is home run number 16. And he had 16. Well, it's inevitable if he's going to reach that. Oh, yeah, the Gravedigger. Yeah, Gravedigger. Absolutely. That's home run number 16. The Gravedigger and Boom Boom Powell. Absolutely. Alcaraz could be Alcatraz. Well, okay. I could go for that if Boom Boom Powell, John Boog Boom Boom Powell, and of course the Gravedigger. That's Richie Hebner. So it's 2-0 Reds, as Sutton allows a 2-out home run to Rose. Thanks for the reminder, Kathy. And Tommy Helms comes up, 2 outs, nobody on. Frickin'. Here's Sutton now. Pitch to Helms. 3-8 right-handed, fly ball left for Gabrielson. And he's under it, and he makes the catch. 3-8 right-handed. And that retires the side. Yes, he was a gravedigger. His family had a business. I don't know if they still do. We've gone 2, folks. It's 2-0 Reds. And he would dig him in the off season. He would help. His family had a business. And we head now to the top of the 3rd. And it's going to be Maloney now. Haller will lead it off. Sutton comes out on deck. If you Google it, demos, you'll see there's a gravedigger, Richie Hebner. You'll see there's a picture of him actually doing it, digging it. And they even have bobbleheads with him holding a shovel. Okay, here's Maloney now facing Haller. And the pitch to Haller. 3-7 right-handed. That is a liner to first, caught by May. One down. Three, 7, right-handed. I know the crowd sounds quiet. There's only 6,400 here in attendance. Oh. And here's Sutton now. I'm sure there's a few others that we nickname people, but I can't think of them right now. Oh, God. Okay, Maloney is ready. Here's the pitch to Sutton now. Very educational. 2-7, and he struck him out. That's the second from Maloney. Oh yeah, I mean, we learn a lot about different things here. We have Lena Horne blacklisted for supporting civil rights. We have Springs, which the quietest place on earth sits on. And we have more coming up, if we get to that. Here's Maury Wills, 2 outs, nobody on. Maloney, and the pitch to Wills. 5-10, left-handed, pops it up to second. And under that is Helms for the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 for Maloney. On a 5-10 left-handed batter. And in the middle of the third, still 2-0 now. On the 2-run home run by Rose. And here's Sutton now. After this inning, we'll have our next question from Kathy, and I will take a brief break. Very quiet crowd here of approximately 6,400. It'll be May, Perez, and bench. Here's May, singled left on in the first. Sutton into his windup. And the pitch 110 right-handed, fly ball right. And that's for Crawford, 1 away. Now Tony Perez. Definitely going to need more coffee here. Here's Sutton now. Perez walked left on. Remember, Sutton left the bases loaded on base in the first, but he let up the 2-run home run with 2 outs to Pete Rose. It's 1 out now. Here's Perez. He walked in the first. There you go. 5-10 right-handed. That's a ballpark slash. 5-10. I wonder if in that area, in that room, if you snap your fingers, can you hear it? I think so. Because they say you can hear your heartbeat. My God, that would be scary, wouldn't it be? 5-10 ballpark slash by Perez on a 4. That looks like that's going to go through. And it does. So a 1-out single by Tony. on a ballpark slash. Tony is on. Again, 1 to 18 with a 5 shot. And we I go through this with you sometimes, demos. You got to wear both hats. I think the hat, I would say, is 1 to 18, but the chances are so minuscule, a 5, or minuscule enough that we will not hold him. If I'm Walt Alston, don't hold him. Because again, Sutton has a lousy move with Haller a +2, +5, 1 to 18. But then what you do is you look and you say, well, he's 1 to 18. Let him go for the lead. Might as well go for the lead without repercussion. What's the downside? It's 1 to 18. So, I get this, for a depressed and anxious person like me, this gets me, again, you follow what I'm saying, demos? Tony should go for the lead because it's a 1 to 18 not being held. And then you're just taking your chances if you're Walt Alston to not have to have the hold in the case of a situation. So he's going to go for the lead, and he's not going to get it. So that solves that problem. Here's bench now. Perez on first with 1 out. Christ. Okay, don't forget Black History Month questioned right after this inning. Bench struck out by Sutton in the first. Here's the pitch to Bench. Whoa, it fell out. There it is. Wait a minute. It is a 1. It went through, I saw. That's going to be a 1-4. And he's going to pop it up behind the plate in foul territory. And Haller makes the catch, 2 outs. That went through. I saw that go through. Everything's got to go through the dice tower. So it's 2 outs, and here's Jimmy Stewart now. Again, Perez on first, not being held, no lead. Stewart flew to right. Here's the pitch from Sutton. 6-10, switch hitter batting left. That's a fly to center. That's going to be for Davis. On a 6-10 left-handed. Davis, 2-8. 2-8 on Davis. 2-8, 18-2 gets 2 at F3. E8. 6, 11, 14. That's a 15. We're going to double check on our beautiful chart here. An E8 with a 6, 11, 14. We don't want to make any mistakes. So you can't even see it here, but that's not a 14. You see? That is not a 14. I can see that's a 15. There it is, 15. So the site is retired. No runs, 1 hit. The single by Perez left on base. We've gone 3. It's 2-0 Reds. And get ready now for Black Music History Month, which is Black History, from Kathy Harden. Another great question, curated by, I should say, Kathy Harden. Wait for it now. Miles Davis was known performing on stage in a somewhat unusual way. Any ideas? Lord, that is kind of vague for me. I know that he, I don't know. Bill Ivan, he says, back to the audience. It's a great answer. Whoa. There's Bill. Where was Bill? And Bill got it. Wow. Another great question. So we have Lena Horne, Springs, and back to the stage. Great question, great answer from Bill Ivamy. And I gotta take a break here for a few minutes. Great question. And how Bill knows that, I don't know. Well, I guess he knows Miles Davis. 2-0 Reds after 3. Whew, God. Looks like I got another cup here. That'll do it. And I want to appreciate all of you once again for being here and keeping me company. Really, that's why I do it. I mean, the Strat-O-Matic piece is fun, but I do it to stay busy. And stay in contact with people. Oh. Well, here's Maloney, who has thrown 3 shutout innings. He's allowed 1 hit. It was a single to Pretty Boy Parker in the second. And Sizemore will lead it off. Yeah, you know, I used to see Miles Davis, you know, you want to talk about Miles Davis as a legend. He died, by the way, in 1991 at the age of 65. He checked himself into St. John's Hospital in California for routine tests. And they suggested he have a tracheal tube implanted to relieve his breathing after repeated bouts of bronchial pneumonia. The suggestion provoked an outburst from Davis that led to an intracerebral hemorrhage, followed by a coma. He was put on life support, and it was turned off on September 28. He was 65. His death was attributed to the combined effects of a stroke, pneumonia, and respiratory failure. And he's buried in the Bronx. Very, very sad. I remember seeing, you know, I've seen lots of videos of him performing. You know, he had some interesting outfits, interesting hairdos, hairstyles. But he was a musical legend. Well, here's Sizemore top of the fourth, 2-0 Reds on the 2-run home run by Rose. Maloney on the mound. And the pitch to Sizemore. That's 6-6. He struck him out. And that's the third for Maloney. It was a 6-6 right-handed. Struck out swinging. And here's Willie Davis. Yeah, I remember that story, reading about that, about his death. That golden era of the 50s and 60s was a distinct, I think of it in terms of a distinct era of jazz, in contrast to the big band era of the, I guess, the 40s. Here's Maloney now, facing Davis, and the pitch. 2-9 right-handed, and that is a chopper to second. Helms on one hop throws it to May. 2 outs. And here's Willie Crawford. Oh. Crawford grounded to first in the second. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Maloney now. 3-8 right-handed, struck him out. And Maloney's got his stuff today, I'll tell you. Pitched well, didn't pitch a lot. Must have been hurt for much of the season. Even though, like I said, 27 starts is a lot. That's a regular today, I think. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Maloney. And we're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Here's Sutton now. Both pitchers' endurance innings are in the 7th. Okay, leading it off, this will be bottom third of the order. Ted Savage to lead it off. Savage doubled and then came home on Rose's home run with 2 outs. Here's Sutton now. And the pitch to Savage. That's a 6-8 right-handed. There's another shot. And that'll be a base hit up the middle for Savage. 2 for 2 today. There you go. Savage has an asteroid. And that's gonna, he was 3 for 3 stealing. And again, we come into a situation here where he's got to be held. Otherwise, he gets the lead. And would be a 1-2 without a hold. He would be a 1-19. And even with a hold, he is a 1-18. So he'll go for the lead here. Something about Sutton doesn't have a good move. It's a +3. A 4-note, no pickoff. And no, he does not get the lead. So he will hold at first without a lead, being held. And here's Lon Chaney now. Okay, Lon Chaney at the plate with Savage on first and Maloney on deck. Here's Sutton from the stretch and the pitch. That is a 3-5 right-handed, struck him out, swinging. And that's the third for Sutton today. One down. And here's Maloney, a 7 NR. Rose out on deck. Oh. Okay, here's Sutton now from the stretch. And the pitch to Maloney. 5-4, right-handed, grounds to third axe. Uh-oh. That's going to be Lefebvre, a 4-8. Oh, 5-4 right-handed, 4-8. God. Four 8 12-4 G3 with a runner on first. Raise the rating if responsible for holding. Well, against a right-hander, it's the first and the second baseman, so it is not the third baseman. Okay, so it's a G3, 4 7 8 9. Lefebvre 8, and it's going to be a G3 with a runner on first, and he will advance to second. So Lefebvre makes the play, that'll be 2 outs with Savage on second, scoring position, and Rose the batter. And this will be a clutch situation for Rose. Oh, God. Rose hit the 2-run home run. He grounded to first in the first, the 2-run in the second. Clutch situation. Here's the pitch from Sutton. 6-7, switch hitter, batting left, grounds to second X. That's Sizemore 318. Oh, 2-3 S2. That'll bring home the run. 4-8-11. That hold is relinquished, by the way, when a runner goes on second in my world. 4-7, 4-8-11. Sizemore E18. And that's going to be a single, 2 asteroids. An S2. And that will bring home Savage. And that is the 3rd run batted in for Rose today. And it's 3-0 Reds. Now Rose gets a lead automatically. He'll have to be held. He gets picked off on an 8. I think we'll just let him be held. It's 2 outs. That was another clutch hit for Rose. And here's Helms. Sutton now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Helms. Oh, that I believe that went through. I'm not really in the mood to look at it, but 1-6. It's hit deep by Helms. We're going to say to left field. And under it is Gabrielson to make the catch. We're going to just, I think Bill likes to see these on occasion. That die popped out. And we're going to do a little replay here just to make sure that that's what happened with Helms. He held. It's 2 outs. That was another clutch hit for Rose. This is a replay. Pitch to Helms. I think that black one went through, yeah. It looked hard to tell. Happened so quick.
Sutton now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Helms.
I see 2 black die going through. Yeah. It went through. Just to be sure. And that will retire the side. But another run for the Reds, and after 4, it's 3-0. God. And I'm gonna need to take another break, folks. It's not easy, you know, being preoccupied with worries that I have. I have family issues of almost crisis proportions. And it's very difficult. That's all I can say right now. Very, very difficult. Oh. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll be back in just a couple minutes, okay? I think I'll make a little more coffee, Kathy Harden. Oh, just a little more coffee. Fucking glasses. Get these things clean without fog. Coffee time. Okay. Well, the coffee is brewing, and all 6,400 of these fans are watching their Reds lead it 3-0 as Maloney will take the mound. And it's going to be Pretty Boy Parker to lead it off here in the top of the 5th. Wesley Parker. And here we go. Maloney is ready. Parker switch hitter. Batting left against Maloney. He's singled left on in the second. In fact, it's the only hit Maloney has allowed. Here's the pitch. 4-7 switch hitter batting left. And that's going to be a liner to first, caught by May. One away. 4-7. Left-handed, single 1 to 7. It was a 14. So it's one down. Here's Gabrielson now. Let me see if I can put some water on these goddamn glasses. Clean them. So I don't have this annoying fog on my glasses. Problem is when you go outside in the rain doesn't really help. It's almost an obsessive compulsive, that's better, I guess. It's almost an obsessive compulsive thing to try to get these glasses clean. Okay, here's Gabrielson now. With one out, nobody on. He flew to right in the second. Maloney. And the pitch. That's a 5-8 left-handed. He grounds it to second for Helms. A 223. .223, 10-2, he gets it to a G1. Helms an E23, 5-8-9. And he throws him out. That's 2 away. And here's Jim Lefebvre, such an anemic, I don't know if that's the best word, this Los Angeles, a lot of these players just drenched in mediocrity, maybe. Really. I mean, there's, you know, you have Willie Davis, you know. All right, here's Lefebvre now. 2 outs, nobody on. In fact, Maloney has retired 10 in order since Parker's single in the second. Here's the pitch to Lefebvre. That's 3-7 right-handed, walked him. So here's your first base runner since the single by Parker, the second base runner of the game. Not being held. Lefebvre on first, 2 outs. Here's Haller. Okay, Maloney now. And the pitch to Haller. That's a 6-9. Left-handed, grounds to short X. That'll be for Lon Chaney. Chaney a 342. 3-3, S1 goes through. E42, 6-10, 12. Lord. And it's an error, too. It's an S1, E1, single and an error. Let's call it a throwing error. Sending Lefebvre to third. Second and third, 2 outs. We'll keep Sutton in. I mean, you know, unless any of you want me to pinch hit for him, this is, you know, it's a different game to back then. First error of the ball game goes to Lon Chaney. But it's only the 5th inning, and I hate when that happens. I really do. I really freaking hate it. We'll let Sutton hit. Seems like a big waste. Of an opportunity. If anyone wants to pinch hit for him, please let me know. There aren't many very good pitchers available, but I think they would have him hit in real world in this game. So we'll just have him hit away. This is not a life-threatening decision. Here's Maloney. And the pitch to Sutton. Well, it's on Maloney's card, 6-3 right-handed, fly ball left X. And that's going to be for Stewart, a 3-9. Well, there's a chance for something. On a 6-3 right-handed Stewart. 3-9. 7-3, it's an F1, he gets to it. Maybe he'll boot it. I doubt it, though. E9 in left, 5, 10, 11. Yes, he does. Oh, my. A two-base error by Stewart. It's an E9 with an 11. Look at it right there. I'm sorry, E9, yeah, there's the 11, E2. So it's an F1 E2. My goodness, a two-base error, and both runs will score. Whoa. And they're both going to be unearned. Wow. And that makes it a 3-2 ball game. How do you like that? 2 unearned runs charged to Maloney there. Another error. 2 errors in this inning for Cincinnati. And, well, that's some break there that the Dodgers got, as Stewart looks like he misjudged that. And it fell off his glove, off the side of his glove, and then rolled. And by the time that happened, both runners scored, and Sutton landed himself on second base. Whoa. That coffee is ready. We will wait for Wills to come up. 2 unearned runs here to bring the Dodgers back in this ball game. And here's Maloney now. And the pitch to Wills. 5-12, switch hitter batting left, grounds to first X. That'll be for Lee May. I believe he's a 3. Yeah, he's a 3-12. 5-12 left-handed Lee May. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Oh. Lee May, a 3-12. 8-3 G3 pound. Does not apply. 2-3-4. Oh, he's a 12. And he takes it to the bag to end the inning. So, tough inning there for the Reds defense. Errors by Lon Chaney and Jimmy Stewart. 2 actors who acted very badly there. And we're in the middle of the 5th. It's a 3-2 ball game. And if you don't mind, Lord, help me. I'm going to take a little coffee break. You know what's interesting, Terrence McKenna, who died, he died very young of brain cancer, talked about how caffeine as a drug has been socially sanctioned as an acceptable drug in our culture. And cannabis not. Coffee, of course, will give you energy and allow you to be more productive, supposedly, in the workplace. And it's actually almost a right of having a coffee break. Where cannabis, they say with cannabis, he said, you're going to want to just sit around and ponder the significance of life and things like that. And therefore it's not sanctioned by the workplace. Because it supposedly is not conducive to productivity. I have something I just want to do right here, if you don't mind. There was a game yesterday. Yeah, I think it was this game, Seattle at California, which I wanted to combine into one game. And the time to do it is now rather than after I finish this game. I can multitask this, but I'm going to be taking a break for a few minutes here. It's 3-2. Reds. This game was 4 hours and 54 minutes. 4 hours and 54 minutes, Seattle at California. I don't want to even think about how it came out, but for the first thing I do, and in fact you might want to even look at this. I don't know the extent to which you're able to see this, but right now it's downloading that first file. It was broken up, and I broadcast these at about 5:45 p.m. Eastern, so it doesn't conflict with the 4:30 p.m. Eastern game by the great Steve Aquilon, or Spokane Steve. And some people come on and watch it, and I don't know if it's a good idea for me to do this shit or not. But I'm showing you the process. There's about 3 minutes left for the download of this first file. It's Seattle at California. Will be put in. Some people don't watch the game. They're so early in the morning, Oh. I don't know if it helps to talk about it, but my life is a wreck, folks. Oh yes, Steve does an awesome job, and I don't like to conflict with his 3 minutes on this first file. And then I'm going to show you me putting it into iMovie. And it takes forever for the goddamn thing to combine on iMovie. It just is a forever process. Just if you knew the problems I have. Oh. And it's hard to not think about it. I'm telling you. This is the YouTube studio version that you're able to get a look at. My own private studio, YouTube studio version. 2 minutes left. Sometimes it'll say like 2 hours, and I just cancel the download, start it again, and it goes quick. It goes quicker. For some reason, it gets off to a bad start or something. Now it's toggling back between 1 and 2 minutes. It's right here. But it happens eventually. When you put it in iMovie, you combine 2 files. Here's 1 minute. God. 45 seconds. Oh, God help me. God frickin' help me, please. $20 seconds. Taking every last bite. And now it is almost done. There, it's done. Take it out and put it there. Sometimes, there it is. Now we'll download the second of 2. This one is about the same size. And it's a relatively meaningless thing, I think, because who really gives a shit? Okay. It says 2 minutes left, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Just thought I'd show you how I do this. 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8. Now it's going up. Now it's going down. Oh, what a... Maybe if I could just have one day today of peace. One day of peace. Oh. 3 minutes left. I used to like Movie Maker on Windows. But it was so easy to use, and it was relatively fast. The iMovie is very slow for me, and I've read other people say the same thing. 2 minutes on the second file, and you can see there's your first file. So when a game is broken up into 2 broadcasts, sometimes I like to just and it's going to take a while. It could take an hour for the iMovie to create the new file. And 2 minutes is lagging there. Christ. You get it all here on the Strat-O-Matic network. It's now 1 to 2 minutes. I guess I'm not the only person with severe family problems. The tragedies that some people have. Some people get killed. You know? That just goes so far, though, for me, the rationalization. There's 1 minute left. Under 1 now. This won't take long. This will just take a few more minutes to set up, and then we'll go back to the game. We will just wait for the iMovie file to export, if you will. God help me. And it does no good whatsoever to dwell and worry, and that's the thing. If I could just say to myself, Jeff, what will be, and stay with that. Here it's 3 seconds. There it's done. Now we move this one over. You see, there it is. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the iMovie. There's iMovie right there. And it's gonna have something in there. You see, and that's from my last download. And first thing you gotta do is get rid of this shit. And this one. And then I can get rid of this. And get rid of this one. Then what you do is you put the first file, here we go. Close it out. I don't know why that thing shows in the window. Reopen it, there it is, clean. We put the first file here, dragging it up here. And the second one, drag it up here. And then put this one down and shit. Here it is. Put this one here. Then we go up to File, Share, and click File. And we'll call it Movie 4. And on the desktop, as you see, it just appeared here. And that, for some reason, that thing went up there. I don't know why, I don't want to touch it. For some reason, it usually goes below here. And that's it. Now we wait for it. And you can't close this window. You can't close that window. So we're gonna just let that go. And maybe by noon, all of a sudden it appears as a file. This thing here, which has like a quick, whatever that thing is called, quick time or whatever it's called, icon, turns into a regular looking file, video file. Well, that's that, and that lets me multitask at least a little bit. And we're gonna go back to our ball game as that thing goes. Here's Sutton now, who surprisingly, well, for some people, he hit and then got two-base error. And Lee May will lead it off. It's going to be May, Perez, and bench. It's a whole new ball game. It's Reds 3, Dodgers 2 on 2 unearned runs. And we thank you for your patience. Here's Sutton now. The pitch to May. 3-7 right-handed, fly ball center, and it's Willie Davis under it. He makes the catch. 1 out. And now Tony Perez is the batter. Perez, right-handed hitter. Here's Sutton. 2-9 right-handed, struck him out. So 2 down. That's the 4th for Sutton. On a 2-9 right-handed. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just got a very, very serious email here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, bear with me, folks. Oh. Oh no, I have to go, folks. I am so sorry. Take care.